an LGBTQAIP plus XYZ activist group, is compiling a list of charities that won't bend the knee to the gods of transianity, with our tax dollars of course, in order to create a federal naughty list. Leaked information shows that most of our health establishment was forced to take a pledge of silence regarding how they handled COVID. A Superior Court ruling finds that Quebec is forced to recognize and offer benefits to sexual deviants who believe that a marriage union should be comprised of 3 people. Former and disgraced NDP leader Jagmeet Singh admits that he held back a snap election in the fall because he simply could not bear to see the Conservative Party form a federal government in Canada. Our goal, as always, is to bring you news, culture, and politics from a distinctly Christian, conservative, and Canadian perspective. It's May 13th. I'm Andrew DiBartolo. This is Liberty Dispatch News Brief. Being a member of our audience, you most likely do research, watch videos, and read articles that contain good and true scientific and economic facts. But these would be sources that some people in positions of power would call a fringe minority with unacceptable views. The truth is, protecting your privacy as you engage in the online world should be a high priority for you. I want to help your online security with something that is actually safe and effective, and that is private internet access, the world's most transparent VPN provider. A VPN, or virtual private network, hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel. So, say you wanted to donate money to a lawful and peaceful trucker protest in Ottawa, and you didn't want the Liberal government tracking you down and freezing your bank accounts. A VPN would be your friend, just as any Canadian would. Private internet access will also never record or store user data, and their no-logs policy has been proven multiple times in court and by third-party audit. It's very easy to use. Simply open up the app, click to connect, and that's it. PIA VPN is available for all platforms: Windows, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and many more. You'll also get to protect your entire household with one subscription. Our audience has access to an amazing special offer. If you sign up with private internet access by clicking on the link below and going to piavpn.com/libertydispatch, you will grab a discount of 83%. That's just $2.03 a month, and you'll also get 4 extra months completely free. I don't know if you've seen the price of eggs recently, but $2.03 a month for online peace of mind is incredible. Signing up for private internet access is risk-free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 24/7 customer support is available, so don't wait any longer. Protect your personal data, get out of Big Brother's sight, go to piavpn.com/libertydispatch to get 83% off private internet access with 4 free months. A Liberal government-funded Alphabet Mafia activist group is compiling a list of religious groups which don't comply with radical gender ideology in an attempt to transform belief. According to their manifesto, Rainbow Faith and Freedom, a government-funded pro-sodomy and pro-genital mutilation group of demons, is building a database to rate religious groups, including churches, on their adherence to the LGBTQ agenda. The group has 3 pillars or satanic foundations in order to further their godless agenda and punish those who follow and obey Christ. Pillar 1 is, quote, a 20-year strategic plan for programming for selected nations to achieve the vision of the movement. This will result in a measurable decline in rates of religious-based LGBTI discrimination, close quote. So, they clearly believe in dominion. Pillar 2 is, quote, the creation and use of faith-based educational and other resources. These resources will help the movement spread the message of acceptance and inclusiveness, close quote. So, they clearly believe in evangelism. Pillar 3 will deal with, quote, the existence of religious-based 2S LGBTQ plus discrimination in Canada. This will be accomplished by developing and publishing a rating system for measuring inclusion and welcome of 2S LGBTQ plus people in local faith communities. Resources will be provided to help faith communities achieve this goal, close quote. So, they clearly believe in blasphemy laws. What will they do with all this information? Quote, develop resources to help people in Canada evaluate the level of welcome and inclusion of their faith communities. published the level of welcome and inclusion of Canadian faith communities to help people evaluate their options, close quote. This is your daily reminder that theocracy is unavoidable. There will always be a God who is worshipped, and a law from that God that must be obeyed. It's not a question of whether, but a question of which. The next story, regarding a cloak of secrecy over Canada's COVID response, has been broken by Blacklock's reporter and was reported on by Rebel News. Quote, secret oaths signed by Chief Public Officer Dr. Theresa Tam and other pandemic managers obligated them to conceal information that may result in embarrassment for Cabinet, according to Access to Information Records and a federal memo. The pledge said, as an employee of the Government of Canada, I acknowledged I have read and understood the values and ethics code for the public sector. I remain bound by my oath. Dr. Tam was one of at least 29 managers from various government agencies, including the Public Health Agency, Foreign Affairs, Health, Industry, and National Defense, who signed the oath. Other signatories included the President of the Public Health Agency, the Deputy Industry Minister, and the Chief Trade Commissioner. During the pandemic's peak, the Department of Health entered into $8 billion in vaccine agreements with 7 companies. Despite repeated requests from Commons committees, the contract terms remain undisclosed. The vaccine purchase agreement prevented any unauthorized disclosure of confidential information to competitors or the media for fear it would cause embarrassment, criticism, claims against Canada, and jeopardize supplier relations and procurement. Continued controversy followed the abrupt scrubbing of dozens of government web pages last July, detailing billions in payments to COVID contractors. The Department of Public Works provided no reason for deleting the pandemic accounts, close quote. This is your daily reminder that our elected officials, unelected health bureaucrats, and propaganda media lied to us, covered up the truth, and knowingly push an experimental gene therapy injection that has caused exponentially more harm than good. Inflation through the roof.
Grocery prices up 11% year over year.
Censorship of dissident voices, freezing of bank accounts.
Justin Trudeau invoking emergency powers against the truckers. Banks can now freeze their personal accounts, the accounts of anyone linked to the Freedom Convoy.
Digital surveillance and communism spreading.
What do we want? Basic income!
With the basic income, and I felt a sense of security because I didn't have to worry about not going hungry, and I didn't have to worry about being kicked out of my apartment.
The government is on the verge of bankruptcy, and they're coming for your money.
Is Canada's federal debt increasing in real time, now surpassing $1.2 trillion. This debt is draining taxpayer dollars, with interest alone costing $54 billion this year.
It's time to break free and start saving in money they can't take from you. Since 2013, the folks at Bull Bitcoin have one mission: destroy central banking. Bull Bitcoin is the most trusted Bitcoin company in Canada. They empower you to buy, sell, and pay bills with Bitcoin. They are 100% non-custodial, which means that you always maintain full control over your Bitcoin, allowing you to reclaim your financial sovereignty and secure your wealth for the future. Their customer support will assist you throughout the whole process, helping you get your hands on the hardest money ever created. Escape their financial gulag, click on the link below, and start buying Bitcoin today and get a $20 bonus as a listener of Liberty Dispatch. A Quebec Superior Court judge ruled that the provincial government must legally recognize thruples, a union of 3 people, saying that limiting children's legal association to 1 or 2 parents is unconstitutional. The judgment was made in response to 2 separate complaints filed by families who could either only put 2 parents on their children's birth certificates or aim to recognize all families regardless of how they're formed. Judge Andres C. Guerin found that the Civil Code's inability to formally recognize multi-parent families violated the plaintiff's Canadian Charter right to equality. He wrote, quote, having a maximum of 2 filiation links sends the message to multi-parent families and society in general that only families deemed normal with a maximum of 2 parents represent family structures that are valid and worthy of legal recognition. This message reinforces and perpetuates the disadvantages experienced by those who are part of a non-traditional family." Close quote. Marc-Andre Landry, a lawyer who represented one of the families, told the CPC, the Canadian Pravda Corporation, formerly known as the CBC, quote, "Everybody's so relieved and so happy to be finally recognized from a legal standpoint." He said that the ruling would provide all the protections and all the benefits of the law to children in multi-parent families, close quote. This is your daily reminder that when a culture rejects Christ and his word, it will accept, celebrate, and eventually legislate all manner of sexual sins, including, in probably not too long, bestiality, incest, and pedophilia. Jagmeet Singh has no regrets about not triggering a fall election because he couldn't stomach the idea of Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre forming a majority government and wanted more time for pharmacare to be entrenched. Here's what the turban tyrant had to say, quote, "The first and foremost thing, I wanted people to get the benefit of dental care and pharmacare. Those are really important things I fought for. Secondly, I think what Poilievre and the Conservatives are proposing are incredibly dangerous. He wants to cut and slash the things that people need, and because I couldn't stomach the idea of Poilievre forming majority government, I made that decision. Sadly, the Bloc is basically a useless party. They had the past 3 years of a minority government and literally did this much for people. Nothing." Close quote. Regarding the NDP campaign, Singh said, quote, "A lot of circumstances happen outside of our control. Threats from Donald Trump attacking our country, attacking our sovereignty, trade war. Unpredictable things happen. So we'll look at that and make an assessment." Close quote. This is your daily reminder that we are governed by corrupt ideologues that are so concerned with their own power and wealth that they refuse to actually do what is best for Canadians. Red, blue, orange, green, they're all the same. Well, there you have it, friends. You're all up to date. Go to piavpn.com/Liberty Dispatch to get 83% off of an amazing VPN to protect your privacy. Make sure to head to mission.bullbitcoin.com/dispatch to take control of your finances today. And you have to head to ldcanada.substack.com to subscribe to our mailing list and support the show. Until next time, Galatians 5:1.